And all right, here we are, back again here with the Guilty Gear Strive teams at WEMAD 2023. Great to see it. We have a lot of really good teams here. I'm Molly, as I've been for the last little while. I'm joined here by Tie-Dye.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tie-Dye, and yeah, what a fierce competition so far. These teams, honestly, wasn't expecting them to be so competitive, but we're getting a lot of final matches coming in already. So this top four, I'm expecting some big upsets.
I'm expecting, and this first match that we're already getting is going to be so scary. We have both of the two, I think they were the two top-seeded teams, excluding the Test Your Luck team that unfortunately had to DQ this morning.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, Team MK12, which would have been Test Your Luck, Hayate, and Somnium.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
that would have been a very strong team.
Very heavy-hitting. That said, the teams that we have coming up right now, no one to sneeze at either. This is going to be pretty hype.
Yeah, we have Team Honest Mids, which is Corey Wonton and Dyer, against Team Content Creators, which I believe is Lily, LK, and Quantum.
Yeah, so just watching some of their matches earlier, like I said, I was surprised. Things were getting a little heated. Things were going to final matches where you wouldn't expect it, and seeing that these are two of the top competitors in this competition.
Some of the best players in Canada right here on the stage.
Hands down.
And I mean, I know a lot of them, they were putting in work. We had Quantum and Dyer both making top 8, LK getting second, Corey also in that top 8, Wonton just barely not getting into it, losing out to Lily actually in top 16, sorry, just barely not able to get it, and got, I believe, 9th finished?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I think Wonton got 9th yesterday. Still very strong showing from all these players. So to get this as the first match of top 4, I mean, right, we have, what, I think out of the 6 players on these teams, 5 of them were in top 8.
Yep. And honestly, starting it off with Dyer and Quantum, I don't even know who I'd be putting my money on in a match like this. These are two super fierce competitors. The Ramlethal coming out from Quantum, some of the top Ramlethal I've ever seen.
Yeah, one of the best, one most solid Ramlethals. And a lot of the combos, one thing I love about Quantum is the use of those counter hit confirms, is the use of run cancel, and does the Rekka run cancel a lot. Something that you haven't seen as many Rams do ever since the Ram changes. Getting that Rekka 1 delayed Rekka 2 into that run cancel Rekka again. Quantum is so consistent at it.
Yeah.
And does it on characters that you don't think of it as normally being a viable option.
I know, watching the matches, I was taking notes, but honestly, someone like Dyer, they are a monster with the defense.
Exactly.
So
that has been the story of the game. We were talking about it all of yesterday in singles. Dyer's defense is immaculate.
So someone like Ramlethal with the corner pressure versus Dyer, it's a immovable force in a, what's the expression? You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. The unstoppable force versus the immovable object.
Exactly,
It's a little bit of that. Dyer's whole playstyle revolves around giving yourself, giving them just enough rope to hang themselves, and then biting on it with some kind of whiff punish. We are getting a button check. Quantum does opt to go for button check every match. I respect it.
Yep, with a pretty interesting keyboard setup they have
Yeah,
there.
it has the Brook just kind of duct taped onto the onto a Corsair keyboard. I like it.
All the buttons are ripped off except for what's needed.
Exactly. If you ever played, there's a rhythm game called Out of Fire, A Dance of Fire and Ice.
Yep.
And a lot of people who play that game, since you can hit any button to tap it, it's just a one-button game essentially.
Okay.
They'll rip off everything except for a couple keys. So you see some streamers that have just no keycaps on a dedicated keyboard, and there's just like 2 keys.
You gotta love it. It's also like with Osu, you have those like little keyboards that are just 2 buttons.
The little keypad testers.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love to see it. But here, love to see this match.
All right, this is going to set the pace for this team event here. This is quite quite a match to kick things off. So, yeah, as we're diving into it, let's see how this first game goes.
They're getting ready, very composed, and I think a player that tends to work very well in those kinds of high tension situations.
Definitely.
Quantum definitely no slouch either, though.
Yeah.
Has been here before.
Oh, not watching the intros, getting right to the action here.
All right, gonna start it off with just a little bit of shimmying, and the far slash immediately starts it off. Okay, good whiff punish there with the 5K. That is one of the things that Giovanna can do so well in this matchup. A lot of Rem's buttons are kind of committal.
Yep.
And when you whiff, you leave so much space.
You have to play a bit more patient with the Ramlethal, but there it is right there, like you said, the use of the blue RC cancel.
Yeah. You have to be so patient, but ram pressure is something you can only block for so long. DP gets the counter hit.
We're going right back to that corner. Dyer did not want to leave.
This is the win condition. There we go, 5K into some pressure. Giovanna 5K, one of the core buttons, is -2, so it gives you just enough time to get the throw afterwards.
As good as Ram is, getting out of the corner is a bit of an issue, and Giovanna is not making it easy here. Pushing right back, and we're finding ourselves in this very similar situation. Yeah,
Ram has some of the best movement speed in the game on the ground, however, limited air options often. Despite having very good buttons, when you're in the corner pinned like this, it can be hard to get out. And Dyer,
big damage.
Almost taking it there. One more interaction.
And there it is.
Gets the throw.
Doesn't give him a chance to burst if you go for the throw.
Exactly.
Very impressive. So Dyer will be staying on.
Yep, this is a Pokemon-style team tournament, meaning it's exactly what it sounds like. Each round is best of 1. You have 1 life. If you lose the game, you are out. Each team then chooses their next Pokemon, otherwise known as a player, to send up, and it looks like it's going to be Lily.
Okay, so Lily is a player who specializes in the Bridget. Bridget going into, it would either be Geo or possibly Testament. What do you think Dyer is going to be pulling out?
I don't know, actually. So the whiff punish game doesn't work as well with Bridget because those normals don't stay out for that long. Unlike Testament, where the swords kind of linger around.
I would imagine that Testament might be a little bit worse of a matchup just because the option of throwing out the yo-yo and just having some way of sneaking in there.
But one thing that Testament does have is hitting that yo-yo with counter hits.
True.
So you can hit the yo-yo string with things like 6H, 5H, 2H. Those H buttons on Testament are so disjointed enough to counter hit Bridget full screen. I know Lily has said before that, you know, she's not too confident in the Testament matchup.
Yeah. And with someone like Dyer being as comfortable on both of these, they must be feeling...
It could go either way.
Yeah, they're feeling pretty good knowing that they have an option that they're comfortable with, no matter what.
But the name of the game is just whiff punishing. Few do it better than Giovanna.
It's looking like we're staying on Geo. This might just be a bit of a tease, though. And we're locking it in.
I'm also not sure about the ruling. Might not have the option of swapping on a win. Sometimes in these tournaments, I cannot tell you whether or not that's a ruling here.
Well, Dyer looking pretty confident either way.
Definitely nothing to slouch at, though.
All right, getting into the second match. This is a pretty big one for both teams. Do you want to have that 2-0 advantage, or are we going to even things up here?
We have the anchor on both teams, though, in the potential.
Oh, just a button check.
Oh, you hope it's a button check.
Yeah.
Looks like it will be for the moment.
Yep. And I guess that does leave the option of a potential character swap just to throw things off. But
yeah, I don't think we're going to see one.
No. All right. Honest mids and content creators.
Ottawa's own Dyer. We have Team Ottawa versus, you know, they're kind of from all over.
Yeah.
LK's from the States, Lily's from Montreal, Quantum's from Montreal, but only comes out for like larger events.
Yep.
for the most part.
When the world needs the most, they come in and take the W.
So it comes in with the keyboard. All right, getting right into it though. Okay, throw out the little fireball. Sometimes it's easy to forget that that is just a projectile as well.
Yep. And as long as Giovanna can stay in Bridget's face, it's going to be a very tricky situation to deal with.
Gio has to either stay just outside of it or very far inside.
In the Bridget mix-up, as powerful as ever.
Yeah, that is one thing. Dyer is a player that thrives on defense, but you can only thrive for so long.
Yep. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but eventually, luck is just,
You can only coin flip so many times.
Very nice. Using that red
with
RC.
the RC.
Yep, 50-50 chance.
Okay, gets the hit with the YRC there. And Lily looking to take the first round already. However, Dyer not going to make it easy. Has burst, but shouldn't use it here.
Oh.
And the throw not even going to be a factor.
Yeah, saving that burst for the second round, and these are going by so fast.
You love to see no panic bursts. Burst management is a huge part of Guilty Gear, especially in Strive, where these rounds can go so fast.
Good burst. Just sort of get back to the position you want to be.
All right, go in low. 5K confirm into the corner, get the safe jump.
Yep, and these throws.
It's a pivotal part of Dyer's game plan.
Yep. All right, getting a nice counter to get out of the corner here.
We say honest mids and strike throws, but Dyer embodying that right now. And no bear hug.
The rock the baby red and another read on the DP.
And it gets the grab.
Wow, and Dyer is on a roll.
Dyer looking says, no, send up LK. I want the run back.
Yep.
And this was, I believe, losers finals?
I think you might be right on that.
It was either losers, semis, or losers finals. I do not remember if it... Oh, no, it was losers semis. Because Corey Lord Knight was losers finals, I believe.
Okay, right. So this should be interesting. Do you remember
Oh, no, sorry. Lord Knight was not in losers. This was a winner's set.
Oh, yeah, because Test Your Luck came in and did the reverse. Okay.
Yes, Lord Knight was made a winner's run through and got second yesterday in Strive.
Very impressive. We saw some performance by both Milia and Biken. Do you know who he favors?
I think that we're going to see a Biken, yep.
Okay.
I believe that the Milia was specifically for the Naga.
Which is pretty impressive when you think about it, the risk factor in a match like that.
I mean, especially with the way that they crank the risk. Milia's risk building so much faster than most characters and takes so much damage is, in a lot of matchups, functionally even squishier than Chip.
Yep, and this is now do or die for LK, having to get 3 wins in a row to take out this team and continue on.
And sitting behind, even if you take it off Dyer, sitting behind Dyer, you still have both Wonton and Corey. And it's in a best-of-1 format. This is a landslide of an advantage here. LK rocking the lowest Griffin color.
That took me a second, but that's beautiful. Being pushed right into the corner. Dyer just getting the players where they want immediately.
And that's another one.
Oh my.
Throw's such a good option, especially
there we go, Yozan.
But that's one way. That is such a smart option. If you're expecting to throw, you can jump out and Yozansen. But Dyer,
just like that,
already takes the round.
Dyer must be on cloud 9 right now, burning through the competition.
Ascended, he's been sipping that IBFD water.
LK has to perform some kind of miracle to bring it back for his team.
Okay, gets the jump in and tries to check with the tatami. However, he's already ready. There's a 5K in his face.
Very nice.
JD pushes to the corner. This is nice, easy pressure.
No burst available for either player.
All right.
Very nice. This looks to be pretty good for LK.
Escobar, though.
And that's going to be it.
Yep. Has the big routes.
LK so consistent,
Burst
so
on neither character, but might come back in time for Dyer. Okay, dash up 5K.
Nice.
Parry's gonna get it.
Big damage on that
IBFD
parry.
on the 2H. However, 6K. Counter hit, pushing all the way to the corner. And now if you're Dyer, this is guessing for game.
Burst back on Dyer, though. A little bit of breathing room, but not a lot. Right back into the throws, though.
Not quite enough. Meter.
They are
there
relentless.
It is. But still, gonna need at least 2 more touches. Has burst, gold burst. Gets into the corner. Giovanna turning blue. Is this a punish? No, that's the parry!
The parry on that, beautiful. LK keeping the dream alive for the content creators. What a way to send Dyer out.
Oh my goodness. That is insane.
You must be feeling good about that one.
Yeah, you gotta be feeling good about that one.
And even if you're Dyer, that's a good way to go out.
Yeah. You can't be angry about that. I mean, you can.
Yep.
I'd be angry about that.
A little
but you
salty.
can't be angry about that.
Maybe 1 or 2 tweets on the side. But
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to wait for the Dyer tweet. Needs to go and sip some more IBFD water, you know?
Yep.
But it looks like we're getting Wonton up next.
Wonton, of course, being a Nagoriyuki player from Ontario.
Very strong Nago from around Ottawa region.
And you got to think, is LK going to be pulling up the Milia or sweating a little bit after last night? You know, going up against Tester Lux, Nagoriyuki, and that was, I don't know, that was a lot.
Yeah. It was quite a match as well.
Climbing back from losers and ultimately taking it over LK.
What a set. No, it really was a beautiful set. LK doing the God's work. Doing the Lord's work. Desync your pads, children.
Yep.
Please. Desync your pads. Oh, looks like we can see a little bit of the Grand Blue in the background there. Oh, we have some Percy on stream?
Very nice, very
Oh,
nice.
nachos.
Oh, are we sticking with the Baiken? Looks like it. Lesson learned from yesterday, perhaps. But I mean, in these one-of-ones, you just can't afford to make any mistakes. And Millie is a character that just...
Millie is an unstable character, but so is Baiken. Both of these characters, traditionally not the most stable characters in this game.
Choosing to have a character that takes an extra hit might go a long way in this situation, but it's just...
Especially in a best-of-one format, that gamble
as soon as
matters so much.
This round start's going to be big.
Okay, start off with the Kabari, space it out a little bit.
Bit more patient.
Wonton is looking to get in, though. Oh, and there it is.
Yep.
Fukyo in Shizu.
Oh, beautiful burst to get Wonton into the corner.
Yeah, that burst timing is so difficult on some characters. But LK executing it perfectly. And now we have Escabari
Nice
into the
tether.
combo as well. Oh my gosh, look at how much damage that did. All right.
Okay.
Jab check.
The Baiken specialty.
Whoa!
Whoa!
BRC into Yozansen, and that should be enough.
Beautiful tech.
Fast RC doesn't even give him a chance to panic burst.
All right. Wonton still has the burst advantage, but LK looking so strong.
Oh, counter hit 5P, confirms into the full far slash.
Oh, with the counter. And that's going to be super.
Yep. Going to be a lot of damage. And still has burst as well. Both are probably going to have it going to the next round if Wonton can push this advantage into a round.
Yep, and that'll do
there
it.
It is, yep. Nago's such a good character carrying momentum as well.
Yeah, and it looks like LK will get his burst back, and this is resetting to a neutral situation, but Wonton is just like, nope, we are going to fire on all cylinders.
There for Wonton.
Nobody wants to make any mistakes right now.
Yeah, exactly. One mistake just like that could spell the game. But matches out with 5P. Okay. No burst on Wonton anymore.
Air throw.
6H for the OTG, and we're guessing for game. Guess right,
Beautiful.
Get the counter hit, and now we're carrying mid-screen. Blood is climbing, not gonna pop, barely.
The cross-up.
Cross-up, Yozansen doing it. And then another Yozansen.
There it is.
LK has it.
That is peak Baiken gameplay right there. The mix after mix after mix, the momentum of this player continuing into potentially a reverse sweep. Corey, though, not going to make that easy by any means. Especially after yesterday, the desire for revenge is definitely there.
Yeah, and this matchup was close yesterday as well. Corey was putting in work. And this is a character that can get it done.
I know LK has been vocal about understanding the May matchup pretty well. At least in previous patches. I know things are a little bit more May favored these days as they're popping off more and more, but definitely understands the matchup, understands the character, and potentially sticking with the Baiken is what we're going to be seeing here.
Yeah, in all likeliness, we should be seeing a Baiken here.
But yeah, final life for both teams. This is it. about as tense of a situation as you can get for these teams.
Set
One
buttons
of
a little
one.
bit.
Yep.
Alrighty, getting into it. Corey Dachi, Jellyfish Threat Gaming Zone, recently sponsored.
Congrats.
Yeah, versus Beast Coast Lord Knight, another sponsored player. Not recent at all. Been a mainstay of anime fighting games for a long time now. However, hasn't really put up this the same types of results in Strive. Has been a very strong player though.
Oh yeah.
And definitely a threat in any game he touches.
Do not want to underestimate
No.
the likes of LK.
Corey over.
No
Okay,
button check
get
needed.
Revenge. Yeah, no, these kick players know their buttons. And immediately, look at that. That's 60% off a raw hit.
Ooh,
Okay,
the
and
whiff.
then counter hit JS. Is this enough? With
It
Whale?
looks like it.
This super does too much damage,
Oh,
but not enough in this
a
case.
sliver of life.
I feel like we've been seeing so many of these.
Uh,
Oh, trades.
potential last round. They just go by so fast.
This could potentially be the last round for their winners, right? 2S is gonna do it, but there is a JS. Says, I got one of my own.
Nice
2H.
counter, and we're getting in. The bike and pressure has begun.
Safe jump. What's the mix? There is none. You get mashed out on. Okay, RPS, BRCs, cross up Yozansen, but Corey blocks it. And now we have Kabari, uses it to slingshot himself in. Burst to put her in the corner.
Oh my god, the life is getting more and more even here.
Yeah. BRC mix, just go into the lows.
LK trying to stay alive in this competition for his team.
Stay plus. Oh, mashes out. 5P.
Oh,
Such a
and
strong
there it
button,
is.
and you can't backdash, you're still tied.
We're going to last game, last round.
This is still just the first game. Or the first set of top 4. We are in store for a amazing top 4.
And this pressure. Once Viking gets in, it's just keep going, keep going, keep going.
There it is.
And that could do it.
Is this enough?
That's
That
gonna
is
do
more
it.
than enough.
Yep.
Corey
Content
nods his head,
creators.
shakes the hand. Content creators pops off a little bit.
Beautiful. And LK with the reverse sweep. His team must be feeling pretty thankful for having him on board.
Yeah, no, his team popping off a little bit. Feeling that one.
He's coming back to grab his kombucha.
Oh,
Don't-
yeah, has been rocking the rise all weekend. You love to see it.
Definitely don't
Win
want
in
to leave
Montreal.
All players versus Bad Guy, Ninja, and Rick.
Oh, another
Oh, yeah.
local favorite here.
Yeah, a bad guy, a ninja, and a Brit walk into a bar. It is not just a joke, it is a team, and a scary one at that.
You gotta love the team names. The creativity, it's beautiful.
It honestly is.
And
We
you can-
have the all strike throw character team, we have the content creators, we have a ninja, a bad guy, and a Brit. And then finally, we have the out players, I believe.
Yes. And you can see Zion coming up after chugging a Red Bull. He needs every bit of energy to stay on top of the 50 inputs you have to use to play chip properly.
You're not wrong. Zion, one of the most hyperactive, I swear, has the metabolism of a small shrew.
Every single time you play this guy, I feel like he invents new moves. You just can't stay on top of it.
The problem is not necessarily even the adaptation, just how he changes and evolves as a player in between sets. Is always trying out something new, is always in the lab, working on something, cooking something new up. You love to see. On the other side, we have very strong players. We're going to be having, I believe it's Kami there, who's just sitting down, not up there, but in the crowd. Happy Chaos player, made top 8, or made got 9th, I believe. However, eliminated some very good players. End up eliminating Somnium, or sending Somnium into losers.
I can speak firsthand, also sent me to losers.
Okay, also, yeah, a
Yep.
very good Happy Chaos player. Yeah. And then here we're going to be having, I believe, Kaina. Yeah,
And who do they play?
Testament.
Testament. Okay, this is actually going to be interesting because the previous game Zion played was against Risotto and ended up losing. And
Yeah.
they are also a Testament player.
Risotto, he has a very different type of Testament, I'm going to say. Risotto plays a pretty mid-range Tizoni Testament. And I feel like Kaina has a little bit more of the setups. Kaina is an avid Arbiter enthusiast.
Okay.
Or overhead reset into Arbiter.
I definitely noticed.
Resetting into overhead Arbiter enthusiast. I love it. Is a very good, primarily a Grand Blue player, I believe.
Okay. Always got to respect the people who are jumping from game to game, keeping it fresh.
Exactly.
And letting the intros rock. No button checks needed here.
There's a problem. This gives Zion the power up.
Yep. The anime moment is on screen. His inner Hokage is becoming unlocked.
Yeah, I always laugh at the chicken testament skin where the crow just looks like a chicken. There's just something about it. This is really funny.
It's making us hungry here.
Yeah, it looks like a seagull, looks like a chicken. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. Give me some McDonald's. Alrighty. Okay, teleports out. Looking to play is very patient.
At this distance, it is tricky for Chip to get back in.
What a conversion. But now Arbiter opening you up low, and now you got the stain on you. That should be a conversion all the way through the wall.
And that might...
And then that might kill because you get another hit to wall break.
This is Chip.
It is not quite enough.
A little sliver. And Test has it. Oh, that might have been a misinput. No?
I'm not sure. Maybe trying to go for Rekka on round start or something.
Possible. There we go.
However, not ending up working out. Minus 6 Ps is going to hit, but a good move to jump over the crow.
The burst, though, waiting to push him right back.
Keep the plus frames, but someone jumps out, doesn't respect it. Okay. Get the mix.
And the range on that, always unexpected from Testament.
And now, that is a frame trap as well. That
And
should be it.
great.
That's done.
Wow. Very quick.
Team Honest Mids popping off in the background for their fellow I don't know what someone from Ottawa is called, but fellow person from Ottawa.
Ottawa-tonians. We'll go with that.
Ottawonians?
Ottawonians? Sure.
All right. However, now, looking to play Kaina at their own game.
Yer jumping in, playing the Axel.
We have a zoner matchup. Yer also doing very well yesterday.
Top 16, correct?
Yep, got 9th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just lost to Zion to get into top 8. Unfortunately. Had to play, lost to Lord Knight and Zion.
Well,
definitely no slouch.
Yeah, if those are the two you're going out to, you had a good time.
Yeah, you're happy with your result. I know wasn't happy, always hungry for more. Definitely a player who has been on that grind. But
this should be interesting because I do believe in the previous set, the Testament player also took out Yer, and it was up to Justin to come through and claim victory. So,
okay.
I don't know. Maybe this team's sweating a little bit seeing the Testament.
Yeah.
But it was close. It was close.
Yeah, and on that note, a lot of team kills within this team. Zion having to take out Yer in order to get into top 8. Yer taking out Justin to get into top 16.
Maybe it's good we had teams on Sunday.
Yeah.
Make up for it all later.
Exactly. They can all make it up to each other. Taking off the shirt, get comfortable. We're going to be here for a little bit. This is loser semifinals at WEMAD. We have team A Bad Guy, Ninja, and Brit versus team Out players. We have Yer on stream right now. Not Zion, but we're not quite into the game just yet.
I'm sure those changes will be coming in.
Yeah, we're good.
Once again, letting the intros ride.
The seagull is on there. Kaina rocking the test cement color where she just slings cement. Or they sling cement, might be.
And here we go, right into the action. Very patient. And of course the 5P.
Oh, there it is. Their 6P is so good.
And test this patch, the pressure, just the non-stop throwing of projectiles.
Oh. And gets the follow-up as well. OTG? It does now. The Winter Mantis changes being so important.
Ooh,
2S, and you have to burst there.
Yep, that angle is...
Now, Testament is getting started. Tried to CS. Is a very good anti-air to cover both sides. Not quite working out, though.
Back to the corner. Oh! overshot that a little bit.
Gets the
and
back throw.
Gear's going to take advantage of that every single time. 2 Axel
Axel
bombers. Oh, and there it is. Once again, these are best of ones, so every round is super crucial.
Yeah. Low Arbiter, full screen. He's going to hit, get a knockdown, and let Kaina get a little bit of pressure. That momentum in this matchup is very important. The little dash block ends up getting past the Rensen, but it's so hard to build space here. Desmond doesn't have the best movement, and Yer looking to exploit that. However, one thing that they do have is Arbiters and Grave Reapers.
Going to go into the super for the wall break.
Yeah, not going to be quite enough, but is going to apply Stain through the wall. So when you get back to this round start position, you are now in Stain. Oh, unfortunately crosses themselves up. Just nice, plays patient, 6H. Is going to hit.
Has the meter, has the positive bonus, can make something happen here.
Jumps over this time. Oh,
One last
the throw.
chance.
One more guess for game and gets the throw. Yer is on fire.
You love to see it, but you hate to be in that experience. Someone throws you, you're like, it won't happen again.
That means we're getting Kami coming up. Kami 99.
Incredible Happy Chaos player.
One of the few Happy Chaoses to actually come out to the event. Not a character that we see too much in this area. For better or for worse.
For better, I think for most of us.
I think for better, but also it's important to have those matchups unlocked for when you play out of region.
Yeah.
You know?
Ultimately, the practice is what's going to be pushing you the furthest.
That's why we have South.
Yep.
South is our the local lab rat for us all to grind against.
Yep, just got to line up.
Yeah, line up to go and play one of the 3 Canadian Happy Chaos players. Oh, and we should be seeing it in a second. Just gonna set buttons for a little bit. Sometimes, especially after you play, if you play after a pad player, it's very important to check because sometimes things can be a little bit funky. Yer looking ready to get into it though. Kami on the Happy Chaos, nothing unexpected. Yer on the Axel. Glad to see Yer back to just playing Axel, you know? I know for a while was trying out learning the Mei or playing the Mei for a while.
It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, exactly.
Their use of Axel and the zoning is top tier. Very difficult.
So good. And they want to play that zoning game. They want to play that patient game of that keep away. And Axel is the character to play that.
And I believe they also play Axel in Exerd, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so familiar territory.
Yep, Yer is an Axel player through and through.
And I'm loving that they're letting the intros rock every time. Give everyone their moment on stage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Screenshot?
take a screenshot real quick.
No more messing around.
Oh, no more messing around. Well, I hear that this guy on the other side of the screen is a real funny guy.
Okay, Axel, one of the players who can, or characters that can really give Happy Chaos a run for his money at a distance.
Yeah. He has some of the better pressure at a distance. However, Happy Chaos is going to be a character that can zone out Axel.
Oh, misses
to
the
go for the
gold
gold
burst.
burst.
That's been a theme
And now
at
you have
WEMAD.
bullets back.
Yep.
But, oh, big counter hit, and another one.
This is looking really good for Yer.
Yer looking to close this
Wow.
out.
Such a quick round. Only hit about once, I think. The health was full.
Yeah. Mostly was just chip. However,
Yep.
these
Kami.
conversions.
Kami's making up for it this round.
Yep, already 40% gone off of a straight hit.
Ooh, the
All right,
pressure.
super focus. Opts to reload, catches Yer slipping a little bit. You have to take advantage of those reload moments. Like that, otherwise this pressure is endless.
It just keeps coming. He's getting chipped
Has
out.
no meter, you're about to get chipped out unless you can find some way to get in.
There it is.
And a perfect.
You can see Yer on stage making some expressions of maybe not too fond of the character.
No, definitely a frustrating character.
Oh, misses the
First,
burst.
however, 2K or 2D is not able to punish in time. IBing and FDing.
All right, right to the corner.
Yep. And this is one of the places where Happy Chaos is scariest. Opts not to go for the wall slump.
Oh boy, and one last chance here for Yair. Really has to take advantage
Has to
of this.
make this count. Oh, and gets
nice.
it.
Sucks him right in.
Okay.
Has some meter to work
2
with.
HD. What's the mix?
Nice.
Just goes for a throw.
Beautiful.
Safe jump into another throw.
YRC, the pressure,
Oh,
the double
the
roll.
double.
I mean, that was a stylish way to take
Yeah.
the game. You got to give it to him.
Blocks the first one, gets hit on the second one on the way through.
And that's going to leave Justin to come in for his team and hopefully redeem it.
He's gonna have to make a miracle happen here.
Saving Justin as the last weapon has seemed to prove pretty good in a lot of these other sets.
Yep. Definitely a player who normally was a little like in a different league, kind of higher up than the other two players on the team, but they've been doing so well and putting in so much work. Start taking sets off of him, started beating him in tournament or outplacing him in some tournaments.
Yep.
Not to diminish at all Justin's results, but more so just to say that, pressure makes diamonds. We're in the pressure cooker.
The bar is just getting higher and higher. Everyone in that team, of course, being good friends, always playing together and helping each other get to the next step, as Yair yesterday took a set off of Justin, moving on.
Yep. And Yair and Justin both originally coming from the Smash team in Montreal, right? Which is, you love to see. I like to say that Strive is a melting pot. It's all the other games. It's the common denominator game. If you want to just pick up a game and play with some people, if you're at an event, you can all play Strive.
Yep, it's beautiful. A thing of beauty.
It brings in so many people, new people from NRS like Hayate and Test Your Luck. We got people from Persona, BlazBlue. Everyone comes on in.
And we're going to see Justin here on the Soul. Now, for those of you who don't know, Justin is known for switching characters quite a bit, but that's not a luxury we have.
Exactly. Thankfully, he cannot switch characters in a best-of-1 format.
Yep. So locking the Soul, very committal, of course, his character of choice. But Happy Chaos is not going to make it easy here.
Yep, and definitely a matchup that I know Justin is frustrated with in the past.
Ooh, right to the action here.
They're going right in, and Power Slash going to put in some work. Immediately gets clipped, you have to run up, and that's what I'm talking about where I say, you got to abuse the reload.
So hard for Soul to get back in here when Chaos is in a position like this. Good instant blocks.
Yeah, the defense has been unreal, but even with that, Justin just keeps getting chipped out. Gets the 5P. 2S.
Oh, nice
and now
catch.
Justin is in.
On the offensive.
You have to make this count. Oh no. Gets caught with the 2K. And now
we're right back to it.
You're back to where you started. And gets the air throw.
You got to give it to Kami on that one. That was a beautiful move.
Awareness. Kami's zoning and his execution has been on point this whole time. Much as people like to hate on this character, you have to give it up to the people who dedicate their life and just dedicate their whole career to playing this character.
Definitely. We're going to get a super wall break here.
Oh, it's a lot of damage. 60% looking like. Gets the safe jump. Oh,
Keeping
it gets the
it
hit.
going.
The conversion is so scary.
The whiff punish.
Has burst as well, but not going to want to use it.
Ooh. Justin looking super clean and confident coming out of that.
You have to carry that momentum through.
Cannot give Happy Chaos an inch in this situation.
No. Give him an inch, he's going to run a mile.
Yep. Especially potential match point here.
Okay, Bandit Bringer.
Super wall break just to reset things.
This is not looking like a good situation. Happy Chaos with positive bonus is a force to be reckoned with.
Big damage.
And gets caught low.
Oh!
Baits the burst with the PRC.
He was ready.
Kami takes it.
Like you were saying, I know Happy Chaos gets a lot of hate, but when you see performance at this level, you have to appreciate it.
Yeah. No, that is it. Character gets a lot of hate. Character is undisputably very strong unless you live in Japan. However, that doesn't mean that the players aren't putting in work. That doesn't mean that the characters are still hard to pilot.
Looks like we're just rotating teams right back into it.
Yep, it looks like Kami's going to stay up, and we're going straight into what was the anchors of each of these teams. They just want to play it out right from the get-go. Right off the bat, we're getting Corey versus Kami.
And I'd imagine May would be a pretty solid matchup into the Happy Chaos, having an opportunity to get back in there and punish the reload. So this should be an interesting. Did they play yesterday?
I don't know if they did. I can check the bracket in just a second to find out.
I'm not sure. Off the top of my head, I don't think so, but it would be interesting to see how that would have turned out.
Yeah, I did not manage to catch too much of top 16. I was helping out with Blaze Blue at the time, so.
Well, either way, we'll have an answer, at least who can win in this tournament in just a moment.
Yeah, in the team tournament. The team format also has a whole different mental aspect to it. It plays very differently. I personally really like them.
Just knowing that this is Strive and one mistake can just kick you right out.
Especially in Strive.
And both of these characters, I think, are some of the scariest when it comes to getting hit once and just having them carry it further and further. Kami getting the gold burst, huge advantage.
Yep, right off the bat. And looking through the bracket, actually Kami went out and was eliminated from losers by Dyer, who is on that team.
Okay.
However, maybe looking to try and clean things up a little bit faster with Corey. It was a close game, though, from the looks of it. However, Kami right now not looking to have a close game. Just keeping the pressure going, down to 2 bullets. Maybe try to take a second. And Corey is ready for it. Nice smash out with 5P. Goes for Beach Ball Oki.
Not letting Kami out. Very scary to be in the corner against May. The potential bounces and damage racking up higher and higher. It's strikes fear.
Yeah. We have to talk about characters that slowly build momentum, characters that get a hit and roll. May, not one of those. May, a character comes out and rolls like a bullet.
Yeah, and obviously Corey not wanting to get in that corner there and paying the price for it. But able to crawl back out of there.
Yep, opting for the 3K into RC. Good IV on the roll through.
And great throw.
Reversal throw.
Nice
Blocks
block
it,
of the
but no punish.
Another
blocks
block.
the gold burst.
Huge
Jump
punish.
This should be enough into Super.
That was
and
huge.
It is Happy Chaos, a very squishy character.
Corey getting Kami out of the hot seat.
Yeah.
Incredible May performance. The predictions there, the blocking the YRC and the burst at the end, incredible.
Looks like some of our fellow TOs are having discussions about food. I'm hungry. I got some good Indian food, though.
Yeah. I mean, it is getting to about that time, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
It's 5 o'clock.
Oh.
And who do we have up here with Corey right now?
We have, I'm actually not sure who the third person. Oh, I hear some Kianta.
Someone's having a good time.
Out of the corner of my ear, I spy a Kianta. It's one of those games that you can always hear.
There's a few of those games. I've also I don't know.
Oh my goodness, have you seen Boat's hats?
That's definitely up there for recognizable noises. That, and I feel like there's been Bridget noises constantly all weekend long.
Bridget noises are definitely another one that you can recognize. Or the Exerd May noises.
Yep.
Those ones.
Oh, Gold Lewis Dickinson.
Oh, this is Perkins. That's who this is. That is right. We have Perkins up here now. A very good, I have never seen Perkins in person.
They definitely have played in some of the Slidehead Sunday tournaments and
Yep,
gone pretty far.
Yeah, a very good Gold Lewis player, one of the best in Canada.
As May, the last thing you want is to be tagged by Gold Lewis here.
Uh-huh. Oh, goes through the drone, now hitting. Gold Lewis does eliminate the drone.
And that's going to do it.
Corey already trying to burn through it. 2S counter hit on round start. one of the things that Gold Lewis doesn't necessarily have is the best way to maneuver around those big buttons. Sometimes just ends up having to commit to movement and goes flying into them.
It's hard for him to get started, but the reward for doing so is insane.
Definitely a character you can never count out.
The chip damage on its own is...
Go into PRC, and now you're in the corner against Gold Lewis. This is not where you want to be. 3Ks to get out. Good chicken block there from Perkins.
Ooh, good answer to the jump.
Not quite able to convert.
Nice throw.
OTG into another throw. That's
into
dead.
the drone.
That setup is nasty.
That was beautiful.
Immediate far slash. And then good backdash to get out of the behemoth Typhoon is one way to not deal with it.
May giving him some trouble.
The throw.
Both have a bit of meter to work with, but this is going to be their final round.
All right, overhead kiss. Can't make it quite there, but
another one
is close enough to the corner. Not able to get.
Oh,
is that enough?
Him? Yes. Corey knocking out 2 players of the out players.
And now all that's left is Kaina.
I'm not familiar with Kaina. Are they?
Testament.
Testament.
They're the Testament.
Oh,
player
from
Ottawa.
before. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, from before, and also does come out every once in a while to Montreal Monthlies. Has done pretty well. Gotten, normally gets top 8.
Okay.
So very strong.
Well, knowing that, I'm scared now.
Yeah.
Testament? I feel like everyone has a pocket Testament, but when you see someone who really knows the character.
Testament specialist.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Testament specialists are scary.
Ooh, a lot of pressure. 1 game to potentially claw it back. You got to be feeling the heat.
Corey, taking a second, wants to get this sweep. And if you're Kaina, this is all the pressure. Your tournament life is in your hands in a best of 1.
Ooh, loving the skin.
Color 12. Good old PS4 exclusive. Well, I think you can buy them on PC.
It's like $40.
Oh, it is.
It wasn't worth the money.
Yeah, no one's getting it.
Weaving between these projectiles perfectly. And there it is, the wall bounces.
Oh my gosh, look at the damage. Just 2 light touches and already most of the health is gone.
Yep, Corey feeling comfortable, still has that burst. And that's, wow.
Gets the overhead kiss. Corey looking to close it out right now. Wants the run back against team content creators in grand finals. Good confirm there on the 5K. Gets caught by double overhead, however, pushes too far to get the crow. Will get crow here. Opts not to and tries to reset pressure instead. The UCJS has been so good for the Air Terrors.
Figuring out how to keep May exactly where they want. Maybe not doing the most that they could off of that, but, and there it is, May right back in.
Into the throw, frame kill, into the safe jump.
Ooh, gets right in, gonna put the pressure on.
Yep. Oh, gets opened up overhead. However, a big drop there from Corey. Opts to burst out afterwards. Oh, not quite able to get there, not close enough.
Gets the low.
Oh, into the throw.
Throws right in. OTG, not enough.
Not enough. Didn't want to gamble on OTGing with Arbiter.
Blocks the gold burst. Wow, that.
Yeah. Wins off the RPS situation from blocking a 2H.
Team out players.
Such a scary button now, especially now that it has vacuums.
Yep. Surviving by a thread here.
All right, good use of Stain. However, gets thrown. Tried to go for a lower something after the overhead. Was a little bit too high. And big diagonal H-Reaper. Okay, Crow PRC, but good block on it.
Staying on top of testing his movement here.
Yeah. Okay. Get the plus frames off of Arbiter. And one thing I love about Kaina
Went for the overhead.
is Kaina's movement is so clean. Especially. Oh, that's it.
One last chance.
Oh, no. Wasn't quite able to do it. Kaina's still not out of it. And actually,
Burst just comes
gets
back.
the burst. One touch away on both characters. Now one beach ball away for Kaina.
Oh, and the dust.
Tap dust is gonna take it.
That's a highlight match right there. If you're gonna
That
go
is.
out, that's about as close as it gets.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Looks like we're gonna be getting grand finals.
Grand finals. So it's gonna be creators versus honest mids. If you like content creators, make some noise. Woo! What about the other team? What about Corey's team? Anyone like Corey's team?
Yeah, we have the hometown
It's
heroes.
also 5, so the bar's open. If you guys are down for some drinks.
Oh yeah, the bar is now open in the venue.
Any extra
Perfect
players
timing.
who are in top 8,
Yesterday, people were taking advantage of that around finals.
we'll wait, so I'll come find you guys.
And it looked like Exert is going to be running right after this as well. I cannot wait. But before we get into the old gear, we got new gear to play.
Exactly, and this is going to be intense. Just the setup of best of ones adds so much pressure. Honestly, anyone can win.
I can see why Japan does it this way. It is the default in a lot of Japanese tournaments. Run everything best of one.
I think in like a teams game like this,
Yep.
it's fun. I understand. If I was traveling somewhere and I like misinput a button and just out, I
And
don't
you're
know.
out from best of one, I'd be angry.
I kind of like the setup we have here.
Yeah, the setup we have here, definitely very good. I like it. Teams games, it's something that I want to see at more events. It makes for, you know, especially I absolutely love the Pokemon style team. Like, in my opinion, it's the way to do teams.
Definitely. Yeah, it was my first time today doing something like that. Good time. Even if you get knocked out or have a bad set, everyone's cheering each other on. It's
Exactly.
not. It's just not as
It's
like.
not as serious because
yeah.
you don't have an individual responsibility on you in the
Exactly.
same type of way.
Yeah, and the kind of fun aspect of subbing someone in who might perform better against a certain
You have
character.
the counter pick. You have more
Yeah.
like a different type of strategy.
Exactly. Ramlethal and May.
Yep. These are the characters that we were expecting. You know.
Yep, and grand finals, do or
Yes.
die situation here
Yep.
for the honest mids. But of course, they're not going to make that easy.
Yep. Team Corey will have to win. Or well, Team Honest Mids. Corey, the team with Corey.
He's
will
been up. He's been up there for a while.
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't had to get down. We'll have to win 6 games in 2 best of 3s.
And that's a perfect. Kicking it off with a
Right
perfect.
off the start. Corey looking to make a statement.
Quantum, of course, with an incredible Ramlethal. But it seems like Corey has a lot of answers to some of these long-distance moves.
All right. Oh, really good pressure there with the buttons.
Has to find a place to use the burst.
You have to use it sometime soon.
50
If nothing
meter.
else, might have to
The meter, the burst.
with it. You had the meter, you had the burst. Quantum shaking their head.
Yeah. You just got to wake up Mortabato.
All right, listen here, Ram player. Listen here.
It's in our blood.
Round start, Mortabato.
Yep.
Yeah, wall break, immediate, Mortabato. That is a way to do it.
Yeah, but these are
Out.
so quick. Who's going to answer to Corey? Who would you
Who is
send
the
out?
answer? Do you just send out LK? Or do you send out Lily?
That's hard to say. I feel like LK might just be the ace, you know?
Yeah.
Save that for the end after we saw the reverse sweep before.
Yeah, maybe you want that momentum. If you have LK who sweeps that momentum, it
Yep.
looks like we will be getting Lily coming up.
It's definitely a tricky position to fill. Lily coming in knowing that they have to take out Corey after seeing a performance like that. But they've been performing really good this
Yeah,
weekend.
no, she had a great run.
And being relatively new to the Quebec scene or the Montreal scene,
Yep, 3 months.
just popping off.
Yeah, only started competing in tournaments and stuff 3 months ago, which is insane for how good she's gotten in such a small amount of time.
Love to see the very unique looking hitbox that they have
Yeah,
there.
I think it's one of the old M presses.
Okay, I was talking earlier to her and saying that another hitbox is coming in the mail soon.
Oh yeah, you have another one coming?
No, they do.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, okay.
So this might be the last time we see this beautiful device on
Yeah,
stream.
I have an M press at home, but I'm not a huge fan of it.
Oh, right.
It's something about an all plastic controller for me.
Yeah, I understand. But May and Bridget could be
May
friends
and
in
Bridget.
the lore, but not today.
Yeah, not going to be friends here in this matchup. Well, looks like we've got Leo theme on Zato's stage with neither of those characters here.
Very diverse setup.
Oh, 6P. Really strong answer. May 6P and 5H are going to be
Anchor.
so important at hitting those yo-yo buttons.
What? It grabs
Grabbing.
out of the DP.
Lily's been getting caught a lot for DPing so far.
Oh.
Not able to get the whale a little bit too far from the wall.
Finding an answer to get out of this corner.
And now blocks both the overheads. BRC run. And gets caught low this time.
Yep, he's got to keep
Again?
guessing.
Oh, this time gets caught overhead.
And that JD is so active, even if you want to start ducking, it just hits you.
It is.
Ooh.
Oh, pulls the trigger early on it. And Lily's ready.
That's, yep, enough to do it.
And CS is going to do it.
Very close, though, very close.
Yeah, it looked like Lily had what it took. But then suddenly, Corey just started firing on all cylinders. All right, trying with the 5H, and the second one does it. You
Good.
have to burst that.
Very good burst.
Oh, big JH counter hit.
And
And
look
now
at
we're
this
going all the way
damage.
through the wall with the whale. And this
May.
time it should hit.
Yep, May doing what May does best here.
Yep, working on a perfect. Not quite enough to kill, but Corey
There it is.
goes through another one, and now we have LK coming up.
And once again, having some extra meter to spare not being used. I feel like in these sort of situations, you got to start throwing things out a little bit more. It's do or die. Tension is high.
For sure.
And yep, LK is here.
Places the kombucha on the table.
Of course.
You know, we like to stay hydrated.
Yeah, and after yesterday, you know, he put on a fantastic performance, but of course coming in second place, that position of potentially coming first, once again right in front of him.
Yeah, with the same people in front of him, because he has no test your luck this time.
Okay.
However, Corey and Dyer both were in that top 4 alongside him.
This is not an easy gauntlet, that's for
Exactly.
sure.
Has to replay through the... I mean, a similar gauntlet as he did in winners to get to grand finals yesterday.
He can do it. It has been done
Yeah,
before,
in fact, he did it just yesterday.
especially being someone who's traveling for this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
being, you know, kind of not really the favored person in our community, I guess.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have the hometown advantage.
That's what I meant to say. I,
Yeah.
personally, big LK fan,
Yeah, no, I love LK. LK, phenomenal content creator,
definitely.
phenomenal player, mainstay of top 8s in many anime games.
Yep.
And as well, one of the best Bikins out there today.
Ooh.
And one of Bikin's best buttons is that JH.
Oh, misses the burst, but can't quite get anything out of it.
All right,
And
6K,
right into
just
the
nice
super.
and easy.
All right, we're gonna take this.
The best combo is the one you don't drop. And okay, not dropping it there, getting the safe jump after the wall break as well.
So many
Laying in some
tatamis.
atomic pressure.
Yo, Zansen.
BRC Yozansen. So fast. Okay, looking to run through this team. All right. Gets the follow up.
Yep,
It's going to be a lot of damage. Gets whale.
that health bar just gone. May still hasn't taken a hit at all.
Oh, empty. into it. That should be enough.
It's okay. Perfect.
Corey
Hey, we got
on
burst.
the verge of taking it here. One more round.
This would be a reset for Honest Mids.
Yeah, would be the reset. LK still has another set, and content creators, as a team, have another set to work with if they need it, but Corey doesn't want to think about that right now. He just needs to get through this game.
Bike and
into
momentum.
the overhead. Ooh. This is looking like it's all LK in this match. And it is.
And that's going to do it.
That should be enough.
The slow walk up.
Yeah, the Kabari
Looking so
confirmed.
cool. So calm and collected.
And Corey is out. Looks like we're going to be getting Wonton up next. Oh, explaining kombucha a little bit.
Yep.
You know?
Pomegranate, good flavor.
Oh yeah, pomegranate kombucha?
I don't know. I'm guessing. We have those at my work, and
Yeah,
I see that.
I love Rise. Rise kombucha? Great. Montreal company?
They have, I think it's pineapple kiwi. That's the go-to.
Ooh.
Really good.
I was gonna say the lime and like chlorophyll one, like the green one. Ooh, that one is good.
So if they're listening, we're down for the sponsorship.
Yeah,
is what we're trying
give
to
me the
say.
Rise.
Yeah.
Give me the Rise sponsorship. Yeah, you know, maybe for you, Matt.
Yeah.
We are sponsored, however, by Rebel.
Oh, yeah.
This event. It has been nice. We have Rebel in the fridges, had people going around.
People walking around. It has definitely brought a lot to the event, knowing that you could just go and grab them. A lot of us were in disbelief.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean I can just grab one? It's like, yeah, no, it's free.
I know, it was weird because we're just like, oh, who do we have to give money to get the Red Bull?
Yeah,
And they're like, oh, no, just take.
No, just grab one. You know, you always see the Red Bull fridges on stage. It's the next thing. When you're finally on stage, you're like, wait, I can just grab one?
I can just do this?
It's like, oh, yeah, it's just there.
Yeah, fueling all the players here. But here we go. This is a Nago Biken matchup. Of course, yesterday's Test Your Luck knocking out LK into second place with the Nago.
And a very strong character. A character that excels in these types of best-of-one scenarios. However, Biken, character that once the ball gets rolling, if you coin flip wrong a few too many times, that could be the match. All right, getting started here. Wonton just wants to build up that blood.
Nice catch.
Not the most aggressive of Nagos. Tends to play a little bit more reserved. Staying at blood 2 for the longest time. However, we're now in blood 3. Buttons are faster.
Went for the 6P, but oh, nice burst block.
Yep, gets the Yozansen.
Yeah, and the Yozansen's always going to do it, seems like.
Yep.
Into the
Through
wall.
the wall. What's the setup off of this?
And there it is.
LK takes the first round.
Seems like keeping LK as the final member is really paying off for this team.
Yeah, LK been putting in the work. However,
Commentator
Wonton,
curse.
as I say, that takes 50% from a combo. And Wonton is looking to get that ball rolling even faster.
There
Gets
it
the
is.
throw to take the round. Wonton 1 round away from resetting this bracket and putting team content creators into losers.
Ooh.
However, if LK has anything to say about that, wants to win this in the winner's side.
Yep, good response to the grab there and just moving right into the pressure. Meter is building, burst still available, but yeah, Nago doing Nago things.
ERC bite, a classic. Into the safe jump.
Ooh.
Goes for Yozansen cross up this time.
Managing the blood pretty well, but now we're going into the third bar there.
The scary blood. Where
Damage.
if you get hit,
Oh!
might die, but
That was a big risk.
don't have to worry about getting hit if you can just go through.
And that's going to be the reset.
That is the reset. And it looks like they are choosing
To keep Wonton on.
to keep Wonton on and put Quantum up. LK giving a little bit of advice there to Quantum as they passed. Maybe something that he picked up or something. Maybe some advice like, hey, you know, tending to do this. It's another one of the advantages. You have that data.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
now Quantum playing the Ram into Nago. It's definitely one of the better matchups into Nago, I'd say. A lot more comfortable. The range, being able to whiff punish very
Being able to
proficiently.
keep out Nago is such an invaluable asset, especially when you have Nago at high blood. And now that the risk reward is less slanted in Nago's favor at high blood as well, you end up with those situations where it becomes so much scarier.
Yeah.
One big counter hit, one 5H, and especially with Quantum with those counter hit combos, it can just delete a Nago's life.
Yep, and it's funny, these are both characters where potentially from round start can just take 50% of your health, get that positive meter, and just keep it going. So in a best of one, we're gonna have to be making some smart decisions right off the bat. Wonton locking in, purple Nago.
Looks like it is just setting some buttons.
Quantum taking a second to...
Just looking for a second.
It's a big moment, you know?
Yeah.
You don't want to mess this up.
You know, you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing.
There we go.
All right.
Fist
That's
bump.
Valentine. Looks like we're getting right into it. Definitely a lot of support from Wonton.
Yep. Big fan favorite here. Traveling from Ontario, so
Yep.
trying to make it worth it.
Yeah, everyone's trying to make their time worth their while. Definitely a stacked event, though.
Yeah.
Not an easy task to accomplish.
The scene is just getting more and more competitive every single month.
It is getting constantly scarier.
Yeah, and there it is. Catching something like that on round start is going to do huge damage.
Yep. Already, most of Ram's life has gone.
And couldn't quite get the Rekka.
Yep. All right, jumps out.
Yep.
Oh, and that's
gonna-
already the round.
Yeah, that's going to do it. Those throws that come out of nowhere, it's a pattern that's popping up more and more.
All right. Good job.
Wonton's-
Confirms off of it.
The blood is high, though.
Big 5H. And gets the confirm into the super.
Quantum,
Look at that routing.
they need to find an answer to this.
Well, they don't have very much time to do it.
Yeah, but the
Only-
blood is so high.
Only a sliver of life. Blood's going to go down from the wall break.
And there it is.
Gets the throw.
Perfect to send Quantum out of the tournament. That's it.
Yep. Okay, giving a little, talking a little bit, maybe thinking about how they want to play this.
Yeah, just, block, and if they're going to throw, jump.
Oh, true. I hadn't considered that. Blocking does help. Looks like we are getting Lily up. They're saving LK again for the end. Team content creators. Oh,
Yep. I think it is Lily
okay,
coming
yeah, it
up.
is Lily.
A lot of pressure now coming up again after being knocked into the loser's side. Momentum being such a huge thing in Strive already, and on top of that, these best of one situations.
Yep.
Wonton must be feeling good.
And then you're carrying in the momentum and the expectations of your teammates as well.
Definitely. But these two have played before.
Yep, they have played. They play a lot in our online regional tournament. Show us the slide on Sundays. My baby.
Good times, good times. Come join us.
It is a wonderful weekly tournament we hold every Sunday. These two, both mainstays of the top 8s of those tournaments.
Definitely, yeah. You go through
Yeah.
the Twitter feed and it's like, Wonton,
Oh yeah,
Lily.
it's, our results polls is like, oh yeah, Wonton Lily, Wonton Lily. It's like, okay, every top 8. And both have been out here grinding a lot.
No. Lily's done that a few times this weekend. I think once flashing the Happy Chaos.
Yeah, no. No, we're going to see the Bridget. Lily is a Bridget specialist.
Based on previous matches, do you know who's favored to win this?
I actually do not.
I feel like
On paper, Wonton tends to win.
Yeah, I was going to say Wonton usually ends up going further, but I'm not sure how often the two of them are directly competing in these situations.
Yeah, so I believe that they have. I'm not sure if they have played. That's what I was saying. Wonton tends to come out on top in terms of overall placements. However, Lily has also been on a very upward trajectory. Getting top 8 here actually outplaced Wonton at this very event.
Yep.
So you never know. Wonton overall tends to be, you know, maybe the slightly more favored player in terms of seeding and overall expectations, but Lily has been on the upward trajectory, has been getting better every set.
In this situation, I couldn't confidently point at either of them.
And especially given that it's best of 1. Yeah, no, there's no way to know. Immediately goes in with the 6P.
All right, yeah, just get that burst out of there. It's way too risky.
Yep, getting clipped by the yo-yo on the way back.
Slow scooter in, just feeling it out.
Yep, slow scooter, if you hit with the very end of it, does give you the ability to get some plus frames, but blood burst already. 2H into the wall break.
Batter up.
No, not quite enough. Doesn't do it. Clone will though.
Wow.
What
first
a
round.
shift in momentum. Wonton looking for the run back against LK right away.
There we go, responding to the throw.
Yeah, still has burst, but not going to want to use it if they don't have to. Okay, into the mix. Just goes for the close slash. Reset the pressure.
Yep, too far away.
To fight out. Recognizes that yo-yo's not real. All right, into the low, and then stagger pressure.
So much damage.
Opts not to break the wall, instead just wants to end it in the corner right now.
Nice.
Backdash, one of the best backdashes in the game.
And for Lily, this is do or die. Cannot take any more hits.
Yep, and Wonton still has burst as well.
Oh.
Oh no.
Clips.
Will we see it? No, gonna save it for the next
Nice. All right. And this is pretty much back to round 1, both bursts.
We are now playing a best of 1 round. Oh, immediate Fukuro Beyblade. Base the burst.
Oh no. You hate to see it.
Oh no, but the DP counter hit. That is not safe. You cannot end Scooter without RC.
And that's going to be super for the wall break. Not going to kill.
Yeah, not going to be enough to kill, but very damn near close.
Yep, in a good position for Wonton. Meters almost at 50, burst available. Lily has one good shot at this.
All right. Oh, and that should be it. No, it is. Never mind.
RC's
close
into
slash
it?
again. Close slash turning around out of the corner.
Still,
anti-air of the gods.
These two players, I feel like a first to 10 or something would be incredibly entertaining. Like, they're close.
Got to see it.
But here we are in a very familiar situation.
Yeah.
LK has to be the hero, wants to get that W this weekend.
To beat all 3 players.
I mean, regardless of whatever happens, coming second in 2 events is pretty incredible, but you want that victory. It is so sweet.
Looks like we're getting the medals coming up as well. Wonton could end it all right here and did take the set in the winners in the first set of grand finals.
LK going for the music select, Roar of the Spark.
Ooh, we're going for Kai theme. I do hear some Kianta just in the distance.
Multiple games going on, of course, here at WEMAD this weekend.
Lots of games going on. I know that we do have some Marvel. We got all the casuals going. We have some Kianta. It is great to see.
And I mean, for the first WEMAD event, I know this is an extension of WEMAD, but this has been a fantastic weekend.
This has been a great weekend, especially for the first iteration of a tournament. Hopefully the first of many to come. I think the general response has been that this has been a really good tournament. Yep,
everyone's having a good time, lots of people watching, and it's because this could potentially be the last game.
It could.
Wonton so strong out the gates, 50% right there.
Wow.
If you're LK, you got to be sweating a bit. So much on his shoulders.
Yeah, Wonton as well is such a consistent player.
The tether.
All right, goes for the cross-up, but Wonton is ready for it. Okay. An overhead this time with the Yozansen.
Gets 2 more Yozansens in either way.
Oh, 2 HP RC. Keep it safe. Into the bite.
Yep.
Oh, 2S. Wonton
so
is 1
strong.
round away from taking the whole tournament for Team Honest Mids. Okay, on the tournament round for content creators.
Yep, the bike and pressure is beginning right into the corner. Oh, Wonton has a response.
Yeah. Okay, definitely not out of it yet, though.
Good
Can
burst.
still fight back.
Getting hit.
H into the CS. Again,
Oh.
CS.
Is that it?
That is not quite enough. One more mix.
And
Into the throw.
It's the always the
Wonton
throw.
takes it for honest mids.
Incredible performance there. The crowd cheering for Wonton.
Love to see it. LK going back to the team. You know, definitely nothing to scoff at, though.
Yeah, content creators, they had an incredible
They
run.
had a phenomenal run, getting second here in the teams tournament, a very stacked tournament. I know we had 10 plus teams. So, you know, for a team tournament, that's pretty big. 30 players, decently large.
A lot of people registering recently, as I think as soon as they heard like, oh, we have teams? Yeah, let's do that. That's a good
Or
time.
I think it was 10 going into it. There might be even more now.
Medals being donned on the players here.
Looks like it. Team Ottawa taking it home. Gonna be bringing home those WEMAD medals.
Beautiful.
You love to see it.
Getting some photos in of the winners on stage.
They might have not been able to take singles, but they took home the teams tournament for Ottawa.
Yep. And for the last Strive event, you gotta be feeling good ending your weekend.
End on a good note. You end your weekend on a very good note.
Yeah, and for someone like Wonton, who's driving in from Ontario, coming back with a medal on Monday morning.
Yeah.
Good job, good job.
It looks like Kaina also grabbed a medal.
Do we know what this medal's for?
I don't.
Grabbing a Red Bull.
Yeah, looks like we're getting.
Going for a nice pose here.
Oh, let's go.
There we go. Putting on a show.
It looks like we got Kaina.
Definitely not camera shy at all here with these poses.
Not at all. Look at the pose.
Loving it.
Model for him. Yeah, so that will be it from us for Guilty Gear Strive teams here at WEMAD 2023.
Guilty Gear, we got some more Guilty Gear
Yep.
coming up. We got Exert top 8.
Exerd coming up next,
Yes.
but yeah, that's it for Strive this weekend. It's been a pleasure co-streaming this with you.
Yeah, it has been a pleasure. This will be my last time on comms for the weekend. I think it might be, but we're going to be having plenty more Guilty Gear. Still have another 2 whole games to be running. We have both Guilty Gear Exerd Rev 2 top 8 coming up just after this, and then after that, I believe we have Melty Blood to close out the tournament.
Yes, that's the big one for today.
Yeah, Melty Blood singles and Exerd singles, both 2 phenomenal games. 2 games very big in Montreal. We have lots of people coming out from all over to compete in them. I can't wait to watch it.
Yes.
So I think that's going to be it from us for now.
Yep. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the tournament and continue watching.
Yeah.
Check out some Exerd.
Check out some Exerd. See you later.
Bye everyone.
Where did he go?